This episode of The Static Traveller is brought to you by Bizarre Spice. Their family is taking great pride and pleasure in creating quality seasonings, dry rubs and blended herbs for over 25 years in the downtown farmers market of Kansas City, Missouri. Bizarre Spice take great care in bringing spice blends from generations of their families overseas to our families at home. At Bizarre Spice, they are always excited about creating fresh products and maintaining the best ingredients for kitchens and homes. They're blessed to continue a tradition of delivering quality and quantity to all. Bizarre Spice is where great seasonings meet you at your front door. Their spices and herbs are affordable and unique, and they welcome all buyers. So give them a try and visit them at their website www.bizarrespice.com. That's www.bizarrespice.com. I also want to give a special shout out to Life Less Ordinary, a fantastic company who sell personalised handmade travel bracelets and gifts in Brighton, where 10% of all their net profit goes towards charity. So you can look your best and do your part all at the same time. These guys have done me the massive honour in teaming up with me, the Static Traveller, for my 1k giveaway on Instagram, which we're around about 35 people away from. So thank you so much everyone for following. We'll be giving away personalised coordinates bracelets to 2 lucky winners, so look out for that giveaway coming up. And also check them out on Facebook, Instagram and their website www.lifelessordinary.co.uk. All the links will be in the description, so thanks for listening, hope you enjoy the episode and check them out. Thank you. Now that's over, let's go on with the show. Hello and welcome to the Static Traveller with me, James. Hello and welcome to the latest episode of The Static Traveller, the podcast where I speak to travellers of the past and the present from around the globe and let them tell you in their own words about their adventures throughout this amazing world. Now, today's guest is Anjali Indurkhya, and Anjali is originally from Pune in India, where she currently is just now. Anjali is 23-year-old and she's a part-time traveller and blogger, but she also works full-time as a software developer. Hello Anjali, are you there?
Yeah, hi James. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perfect. So as you just heard there, I've done a little introduction, but why don't you tell everyone about yourself and a little bit more about you in depth?
Yeah, sure. So this is Anjali, and also known as Gumakkad Bandi. That is my handle name. That means a girl who loves to travel. You can say a wanderlust woman. So my name is Gumakkad Bandi, and I love to do traveling. So in 2017, I started traveling solo. So I got my job in 2014, and when I started earning my own money, I started doing traveling very frequently. So before that, I was traveling with my groups, with my friends. But in 2017, I started my my first trip to solo, and after that, I did I guess 7 to 10 trips in solo. So this is like all about me and my life traveling. So I am developer by profession and traveler by passion.
Yeah. So when did you start travelling first then?
Okay, so it's like I had this curiosity of traveling from my childhood, and I guess I was when I was in ninth class, I started my first solo trip. So that was like a distance of 5 to 6 hours from my hometown to another place because my one of my friend was very sick, and I just want to meet her, and there was no one who can drop me to that place. But I was so eager to meet her, so my parents allow me to go there. So that was my first experience as a solo traveler, and from that day, I thought that it's not very tough and it's not that scary. So that also encourages me to travel more. And after that, I traveled to so many places, just traveling, for studying for this thing. But after that, once I got my job, I started traveling solo, and Goa was the first place where I traveled solo. So this is
And what
how it goes. Yeah.
what age did you say you were? Sorry, when you first did your first solo trip.
Sorry.
What age did you say that you were when you done your first solo trip there?
So I guess I should be like 15 to 16. So that was
Okay, and how did you find that, being 15, 16-year-old, going your first trip by yourself, um, somewhere you've not had you been there before? Had you been to the place that you were going before?
yeah. So that was my my father is in this job where we used to get transfer from one city to another city. So that was
Uh-huh.
my old city where I was staying. I left my friends there and I got transferred to another hometown. That was kind of district, a small town. So I know that place well, where I was going. So there was no issue, but the journey in which I was going, that was unknown to me. That was first time. But that was the day when I started. My elder sister gave me a diary, keeping all the phone numbers, all the important phone numbers that you should keep with yourself. Also, at that time of age, we used to memorize the all phone numbers, not just in your phone. So, so that was the also thing. And also, like, my parents told to the bus driver that she is going alone, and just take care of her. And that's the thing. So it's like I was scared that what will happen, who will come beside me, who will come and sit beside me. So that kind of fear was always there. And also, like, in middle of the journey, I was feeling hungry, so I bought some chanas, that is like a in with some local shop. So I stepped out from the bus and buying that, and taking all the money very carefully, and keeping my bag also, and again stepping to the bus. So that was fear around, but it was like fine. It means you are in between the journey and you have no choice, and just showing confidence on your face is the only only choice you have, that you are not scared, you are not you are brave. So that all I was doing.
So, we're talking about your first solo trip there, but can you
Mhm.
remember your first holiday or your first trip? Not just by yourself, but with family, with friends. Where was the first vacation you can remember?
Yeah. So first trip, I can say, like, in India we have we have government jobs in different cities. So we have nuclear family nowadays, and so we in general in summer vacation we used to explore. We used to go to our grandparents' place in general. So my grandfather was used to live in Sagar, Madhya Pradesh. That was in state Madhya Pradesh. So we used to hop up in a train and went to a taxi, taken a rickshaw. So that kind of experience I already have. So like in a year, every 2 months we went to my grandmother's place, and with my mom's mother place. So we used to do these kind of journeys. So that was, I guess, that should be my first trip as a kid. And after that, we went to so many picnics with my friends in school. But that was like nearby, not very far one. But yeah, so I guess my grandparents' place should be the first holiday as a kid.
And did you, as a child, did you ever
Mhm.
travel outside of India for a holiday?
uh, so
So did you ever go to another country? Or,
no. So mostly we explored
no.
within India, and to our relatives, like our maternal uncle is somewhere else, so we are going to that place. And in general, that culture in India, we generally followed, like, while in childhood. And once you start like earning a thing. So you start doing this. So
Mhm.
like as a kid, we
And
used to go to the relatives, and like better your relatives are far, so you get more chance to explore.
and so talking about you've not or talking about as a child you've never ventured outside of India, but now you're 23 years old. Have you travelled outside of India at current date? Have you been to other countries, or is all your travelling been within India?
Yeah, yeah. So I traveled within India.
So we spoke a bit, or I spoke a bit, sorry, about um, your work, what you do for a living. You've got a travel blog. You do a bit of traveling as well within India, but
Hmm.
you're also a software developer. Is that a kind of
Yeah.
job that you can take with you when you're traveling? Can you work on the go, or is it a case of you do the traveling when you've got time off?
Okay. Okay. So uh, the main purpose of getting job is like earning your own money and traveling with your own money, not asking to your parents. So job is important, and I it's not like I hate my job. I love my job. I am good in that. So this is like future idea that I'm going to quit it and run, but no, as of now. And it's like when you got to work for 5 days continuously, and then you got that break. So that give you different happiness. That yeah, you completed your responsibility part as well, and now this is you are doing for yourself. So that gives me more, and also it's very challenging to make plans within that time limit, within that particular money. So that is also like planning how you do that. So I used to chase calendar from day one, like how many holidays we are going to have, how many weekends, how can I make it 3 to 4 days, which trip will fit into this 3 to 4 days. Very much advanced planning, booking of trains, booking of bus, everything. So I did like that. People used to ask me like, how you get so many leaves? Everyone getting the same leaves, but it's just like I do some advanced planning, and out of that I changed some leaves. But so that's way, as of now I am just doing like this. Even we got 2 days weekend. I'm staying in Pune. Pune is all around by hills. So even you got 2 days, you can just cover a good gateway, and you can come back. So I'm also doing that. Yeah, weekend trips and some tracking trips. Anything I can do, like anything when you get a chance, just explore. So it's like that.
So a lot of your traveling, or all your traveling, sorry, as you said, has been within India. Um, do you want to travel outside of India? Do you want to go? Do you want to go to Europe? Do you want to go to different continents?
Uh,
Is there places that you do want to travel?
so travel means I can travel anywhere. Anywhere I have no, restrictions that I just want to travel India and I don't want to go Europe or America. But what I want to first cover my India, because the
Hmm.
place I belong, I connect to too much here. Because even in India, you can have how many diversity is here, and it's too tough to understand all the things. And even you are making a 2 day, 3 day trip, you cannot understand things. I just want to understand that culture, music, cuisine, people, and so I want to travel most of the part. At least like in India, there are 28 states, and we have union territories. So I guess 50% of the states I already covered. 50% are already remaining. So I am wishing to complete them as as quickly as possible, because every state gives you something different about India. So it's very important to understand all the cultures. And once I am, even there are so many of bits, I cannot say that once I cover India, because it's not possible for any country anyways, that you covered it all. But yeah, when I was like full with India, that yeah, I ate too much kind of thing, then maybe I will even, and in between I get chance, because recently I explored Nepal. with my family. So like yeah, I covered one country, and again I will, if I will get chance, I will explore. So there's nothing like just I want to see the my country first. So I have knowledge about it. I know the things, and there is too much to see. And also I connected myself very much with obviously my local people.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I mean, I think that's, a lot of people, that when they talk about traveling, they want to travel and see every country all over the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of travellers that would rather stay in their own country and see all of that. Because I know, like, Scotland, I've travelled top to
Mm-hmm.
bottom of Scotland, but I've still not seen everything here. And Scotland is nowhere near the size of India. Um, Pardon me. Um, so I mean, there's going to be lots to see there, and I think there's something special in that you don't want to go and see every country. You want to see everything in your country, and I think that's really good. I think that's a really good. It's a different aspect of traveling. It's
Yeah,
a
because
different side of traveling.
yeah, because it's like there is no restrictions of seeing new things, understanding new things. Uh, so it's like when you are getting chance, you are not missing anything. Whenever you are getting chance, you are just exploring. So there is a, like you can say, one person is a traveler, one person is a tourist, and one person is a explorer, and one person is a wanderer. So there are four words and says a different meaning. So when I say I'm explorer, I mean to say I want to explore anything and everything. It's just not like I'm staying in a Pune city, so I won't explore Pune. I just want to go outside, then it will called as a travel. So I can explore within Pune also. What is happening around? There's so much to see, there's so much to understand. So what is just happening around? What people are talking? You can see that within kilometers things changed. Like even from village to village, food changes, culture changes, dress up changes, language changes. So if you are travel even in a area, you are getting so much. So why not to explore? That kind of my thing is.
So what was it that made you want to travel? Why travel? Why not stamp collecting or any other hobby? Why do you want to travel? Why do you want to see all of India?
Uh, I don't know, means every time when this curiosity which I have to see the different things that traveling gives me. And traveling comes with, as per my observation, connecting so many things at once, connecting so many passions, or you can say interests or hobbies. As I say, travel. So every time you hear that, when someone said why you love traveling, so you will listen that I love to connect with people. I love to learn new languages. I love to eat a new food. I love to new people and local. So you can say a single thing, travel, can gives you a lot more. That I don't think so like any other hobbies can give, because once you start traveling from your house to your railway station, traveling from train, you can see the journey. So that journey thoughts you a lot, and you see so many things there. You get a different kind of confidence, and not only in this traveling things, in like day to day life learning lessons you will get during traveling, that I experienced it personally while I travel. So there was no single time when I traveled and I regretted that why I traveled, why I come to this place. So that never happened. Every time when I hear travel, I got energized and I got different. The weekend which I don't go anywhere, I was like lazy. I don't want to do anything and like this. But when there is some travel plans, so you can say, I can see myself my energy on Fridays, that tonight is a bus and I have to catch it, and fatafat I do finish my office work, and then I run to my house packing my bag. Even sometimes I just hop from my office directly. So that kind of energy changes and that kind of excitement I seen in myself. during during this during when traveling comes into picture. So so it's just like I don't know what you don't know what you are searching for, but whatever you are getting, you are feeling happy about it. You are feeling good about it.
Yeah.
You can
I mean,
not exactly say in words like what it is getting in returns and why you are doing this, but some kind of satisfaction, peace, or calm you are getting.
yeah, I mean, like you said there. So, like for me personally,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know, I work, Monday to Friday, 9 to 5,
Mm-hmm.
plus a little bit more sometimes, um, and I've got to plan my holidays. I've got to, like you say, I've got to book holidays in and things like that. But for me, when I'm not able to travel,
Mm-hmm.
due to different life restrictions, this podcast for me is a way of traveling because I might not be able to go to every location that my guests that I'm speaking to are in or have been, but for me, I can listen to your stories, I can listen to everything you are telling me, and that for me is an adventure. So
Mm-hmm.
that, I think that's everybody finds a different way of traveling. Whether it's
Mm-hmm.
physically going out and doing it, or listening to things like this podcast, which it's great for people like yourself as well to come on, and you can tell your stories because effectively, with your blog and things like that, that's what you
Mm-hmm.
want to do. You want to get your story out there. You want to inspire people. It was actually one of my friends who runs a podcast. His
Yeah.
name's Gordon Neal. So we shout out to Gordon. But he runs quite a successful podcast, but it's more for art industry.
Mm-hmm.
But just listening to him speak and listening to the freedom that he has on this platform, um, it gave me the confidence to then to go away and to start my own podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So it's right. It's like you say. Everybody finds their own niche, their own thing to do.
Yes. So and it's also like a mm, uh, matlab means what I thought is when you have so much to explore, why you are just staying at home and why just go go outside and you will learn lots of things which you will help which help you in understanding life better, people better, because when you see more, you will learn more. So this is like my blogging punchline that the more you go, the more you know. That how much far you will go, you will get to know more. So just curiosity is taking you to a bus.
So I've had a look at over your profile over the last couple of days and things like that as well. And one of the things that was kind of brought to my attention is that and you spoke about it the other night as well about the ongoing circumstance where people can't travel.
Hmm.
Um, I was reading one of your blog posts there. It was like 21 days inside, 21 ideas to do at home,
Hmm.
which I thought it's a really good. Um, it's really good of people like yourself, bloggers and things like that. 21 days of you go on to say 21 days of exploration, 21 days of self awareness, 21 days of creativity, and
Yes.
21 days of opportunity.
Hmm.
Um, so why don't you talk to us a little bit about that? Because although you've got your as we spoke about before, your software development stuff, the stuff that you're doing on your blog, you know, for people that are listening, this is something that they could really go and look at and take inspiration from. So I would encourage anyone to go and have a look at it. But why don't you tell us a little bit about it, about your blog there?
So I didn't get your last word, last sentence. What?
Yeah, sorry. So I was saying, why don't you tell everyone about your last post on your blog there? Because I think it would be really good, for everyone to go and have a look at that. And take everyone can take something from that because whether it's like you say starting a new book, um, trying new recipes, practice silence for a day, learning a new language. These are all different ideas that we've got time to do now.
Yeah.
But
So
why don't you tell us a little bit more about it?
yeah, so as we all know that this COVID situation is going on, and we had this like the first lockdown was 21 days in India. So the day the lockdown was announced, I thought as we are travelers, so the mostly thing is like traveling outside. We cannot travel within home like bathroom to kitchen and bedroom to living room. Yes. So of course we have to do something different, and equally we need to encourage someone that yes, these days will pass and we don't need to worry. Everything which we already lined up, which already in your bucket list. Yeah, you lost your connection, right?
No, no, I'm still here. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So which already was in your bucket list and somebody drafted because I had lots to do. Even when I was not traveling, I have lots of things to do, like curating my data and trying something new. I am also in this art thing. So I just write a blog about the same that you have 21 days and 21 things to do you can try that you always want to try. But you want someone to ask yourself or push yourself towards that. So I just write a blog about it. That 21 new ideas you can try on, and definitely someone will pick up like their interest. And if you start working on that, you will achieve something. You will not feel boredom, and after 21 days that you will find that yeah, I did something, I utilized this time. Every time we do something productive and we utilize that time, we feel proud to ourselves, and that's the motto, that just proud to be yourself and finish anything from your bucket list. Because once this
So
lockdown is
what?
off, you will never get this much amount of time. So just use it.
So what's on your bucket list? What's on your bucket list from that?
Yeah. So that was also in my bucket list, that like talking in one podcast. So this is one like completed. And so like while you travel, you always have so much data, but you never get chance to curate it. So many data like pictures, blogs, and videos, everything is up, but you have to merge it, you have to post on that YouTube channel. So that I did it in wrote in my bucket list. So first thing was like participating in podcast, and the second thing was like all the data which I already have and all the trips which I already did, I have to curate it, I have to store it somewhere, written a blog, our blog, but just curate out of it. So that is my second thing, and I am working on it. Also I am like when you have free time and when you cannot travel, but obviously you can around traveling. So I'm seeing so many good travel shows on Netflix, on Prime Video, to get the knowledge. Because every time when you travel, you got to 2 to 3 days and you are very in hurry, and you are just seeing the major attraction and you are running and that kind of stuff, and you didn't get that much chance to understand the actual history, actual thing, why this is happening. Anybody just told us, we were like okay, and that kind of stuff happens. So I'm just gaining the knowledge around so many places around India. So I'm watching. Uh, this show Ekant is a name that is in Prime Video. Let's talk about the history of all the places which have misconception are called as the haunted places in India. So there are so many offbeat places, forts or something, which have some stories behind Jagal Magala. So just watching that, and gaining, and also I'm watching this Netflix series. We have like instant hotels. We have Raja Rasoi Evam Man Kahaniyan, in which you get to know so much thing in from like ground, that from where the culture came, from where this dish came in this state, from where this dress up came, why people eat this, and everything like spices to festivals, everything around. So
Mhm.
like watching an episode, you get to know so many things. And also I wrote down the same in my diary while watching. So next time when I visit that place, I will try to explore that thing, like any place they mention, any street food they mention. So I will go there and explore myself.
Yeah, I mean you're drawn on other people's experience, which is kind of what you have to do, because you're never going to see everything, but there's someone out there that's, there's always someone out there that's tried something, or there's always someone out there that's done something. And if you can draw on that from other travellers, or, from even like TV
Mhm.
shows or things like that, like you're saying, it's brilliant, and it can help enhance your journey as well. And that's why with this kind of the platform as well, if anyone's looking to travel to India, hopefully they can maybe hear a couple of tips from you, a couple of things about, best places to go, that kind of thing.
Yes.
And even just, people that maybe haven't actually made that step and started travelling, or they've maybe got a bit of fear. They don't want to travel, or not that they don't want to travel, they do, but they're scared about actually making that step. And anybody that wants to travel, what would you say to them to help them make that step from thinking about it to actually doing it?
Yeah. So it's like the main motto of my travel blogs. I started traveling, yeah, everything. The main motto is encouraging solo female traveling in India, because there are so many misconception about, like, India is not safe, and you should not travel. Even like we from India are scared to traveling in India. So how people from outside will get this? So we have to like, I cannot just say in theory, right? Until and unless I experience it. So, from the God's grace, I traveled to 10 to 20 places in India solo, but I never felt any kind of this thing. Also, I always find people very generous, very kind, very loving, always helping. So I get to know this, that it's not only about India. It's about
Mhm.
any place these things can be happen. It's depend on you, like how you are taking these things, how you are reacting, what is your actions, and also how you treat people. So it's all about
And
like that.
as you were saying there, with that kind of, and it's not a good stigma, but it is something that comes up, when you speak about, like solo traveling in India. As you just said there, as a solo female traveler, you hear all these stories.
Mhm.
Um, do you think that's something that is maybe past now? It's something that's maybe happened before, whereas the country in general is moving forward, and that it's not something to fear anymore. Do you think it's something that, as a country, that you have moved past, and that um, that fear's no longer there? You don't have to be scared, and you'd actively promote people to come and travel solo.
Yes. So it's like a like in previous years, people are not very used to travel, and solo traveling was not at all in like fashion. But nowadays, most of the girls are traveling, and so people are also used to of it. Now they are not staring you that you came solo and keep asking you questions. So they are also used to be it. And mostly you will say more than solo male travelers nowadays in India, you will say solo female travelers. So that happens because some girls started traveling, they started their stories. We all get encouragement that, yeah, that if she can do, obviously I can also do. So so in this case, what will be my suggestion, that if you want to start solo, uh, practice it, like how to start solo. If you want to start solo, it's good to go with, first time with your friends, with your family. So you will be aware about the trips and its circumstances, like what happens and how we should treat and how should we plan. But if you are starting very solo for the first time, so what will be my suggestion, that go solo anywhere. So it's not like you have to plan a big huge trip with big amount and everything safety. No, just start a solo movie. I will suggest just go a solo movie, watch it. You will feel yourself like how it goes. Well, while you go to solo from your home to cinema hall, buying everything from cinema hall, watching the whole movie, 3 hours or 2 hours movie, sitting on a chair. So how it feels? Do you feel alone, or what kind of feelings you get? Also, this is like first step. And the second step, what you can do, you can just explore nearby places from your city. So play safe side. nearby place in your city and just go there a weekend trip solo. You will get to know things. If you are scared, if you think that should be, that comes with experience, that we should not do this, we should do this, how we should do this, or how we should go, how to bend. You can experience this by your own. So you don't need to be a very adventurous from day one and just go to some very far place and taking risk. uh, so don't need to do this to start your solo travel. Just explore small places near gateway, and then you will, once you are comfortable that yeah, you can up for some solo trips, you can go.
And do you prefer travelling by yourself, or do you like travelling in groups with other people? Or
So mostly I prefer to travel solo because it's like we are going to travel to take a break from every restrictions. So while you travel solo, you got full freedom. No one is going to ask you anything. There is no discussion over food, that what we should take, where we should go, when we should go. So that kind of no discussion, all on you. So just the main cons of solo traveling is there is no one to share your money. So you have to pay all of the by your expenses. But yeah, solo traveling is the most important thing about solo traveling is you become so attentive because no one is
Mhm.
around, and you are the only one who have to take care of yourself, your luggage, your personal belongings, and also the what is going around where you are. So it makes you attentive. So every time you are like wake up. So this is I guess one of the most good thing about solo traveling. And second, adventure, when it like, if you want to be, all your fear should go. So you have to do it solo by yourself. Otherwise somewhere anyone is around, you will be like, if something happen he will see, if something happen he will take care.
Yeah.
Both for each other, but
And
that
speaking,
happens. Yeah.
speaking about fear,
Hmm.
what's the scariest moment you've had when traveling by yourself? Have you ever been in a position where you thought, why am I doing this? But
Yeah.
have you ever?
So there was one first scariest moment. Or I will say that not scariest. I will share both the moments. First, I will share that like breathtaking moment, and then I will share my scariest moment. So breathtaking moment was bungee jumping. So there is a center in Rishikesh, Uttarakhand, for bungee jumping. So we were that trip was with my friends. There was all girls trip, and I planned that trip. Obviously I make them people go, let's, this is live when you will travel. So I just make them to go, and we were all there, and we all planned to do bungee jumping. And that day we reached, like we were very excited for bungee jumping, so we reached very early morning there, and I was the first girl who will jump that day. So they asked me, are you ready? So I was like, I was very scared inside and just showing a fake confidence on my face that no, I'm good, I'm good. But the time when they, all the ropes were around, and when you were at that place where the very next second you have to jump, and that is by your own, because they will just say bungee and you have to you have to jump by yourself. So that was
Mhm.
the moment when I was thinking that why I'm here, what I'm doing. Is this very important in life? What it will give me? Why I don't just run back? So that kind of
Yeah.
gut feeling was coming at that moment, because there was a deep fall, and you have to do it by your like. So, so that was the breathtaking moment. But yeah, I did it. And once you, that is a fraction of second thing, and once you like you did that, and you will feel like so free,
Mhm.
full of proud to yourself. Also you are falling in a free gravitational force. So you will feel like yeah, you did that. So that was the thing. And again, and once you are done, you will you will talk to people like, yeah, it's very easy, nothing was there, and yeah, I can do again. so that also the part. So that was the breathtaking moment for me. And if I will talk about the scariest moment, so not very scariest, but yeah, that time it was like scariest. So I am good with the people. I talk to local people, and I'm very easily juggle muggle with them. I'm good in communication, and so I was in my solo trip to GB, Himachal Pradesh, and suddenly I planned to go Kasol. You might be heard of Kasol.
Hmm.
So Kasol, I went. So I started in the morning, like 12 in the afternoon, and when I reached there, it was about 5:30. And like in Himachal, like after 5, there was a night, and most of the people are inside because there is so much cold outside, and you cannot bear that cold. And my bus dropped me around 5:30. I can still imagine that bus dropped me around 5:30, and I was, this was very sudden plan that I just want to go to Kasol. So
Yeah.
I was seeing that mountain, and I was very happy that yeah, I made this decision and I come here. And there was a street food was there, like burger, someone selling burger and momos, hot momos and burger. So first I thought, let's have something, and then I will think. I didn't book a hotel. And I, because that was a sudden plan, I just talked to a one guy in Instagram, that is just random account I found, named as Kasol.
Hmm.
I just searched because it's a very sudden plan. So I just searched the name from Kasol, and I found a random guy and I talked to him. Got to know that he has a homestay at Kasol. So I just shared that I am coming this time, and if you can arrange me a stay, that will be good. So he said, fine, yeah, yeah. So once I reached there, and like it's a 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., and it was completely night. And where was the stay? The stay was in like 3 kilometers from Kasol, from Kasol main market. The name is Chalal. So there, most of the like there's a that Kasol is a Parvati valley, called as Parvati, there where the river keeps going, and even the at night that river sounds scariest. So that was continuously waving, and I was with that random guy, I don't know who is. And he asked me to come halfway, and halfway I will meet. Okay. I asked to the people that how to go there. They just directed me, go there. I start walking, and I start walking and walking, and no one is, I can see. There are some places where I am completely surrounded by those trees. There's tall trees. There was no one. There is no light, and the sound of that river. So I was thinking, where I'm going? How much is this homestay? Why I just stay at Kasol main market? So that kind of feeling was coming. And what happened, that guy met me, and we started again walking, and even I am scared to ask so many questions. I should I converse so much or not? What is going on? But the silence of that river and that place was too scary that I have to keep talking, because once I
Yeah.
started silence, then I will feel more scared, that sounds of that wave, and like where I'm going, who I am, kind of, who is this guy and where he is taking me. Because I just you're a blind trust I'm doing with that guy. So
Yeah.
that was I was doing, and I was keep talking anything. I don't know what I was talking about. I was talking about my journeys, my food, my schooling, and I don't know, blah 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 blah. Just because I just don't want to be a silent, and just maybe he was also thinking why he is so blubbering so much. But I did that, and finally I thought there will be a homestay or there will not be any homestay. What it will be. But yeah, we reached. There was a homestay. There was a room, and he said that if you want to take up a upstairs room, and no, 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 I just want to stay here. And I was little scared, and he was asking that if you want anything, yeah, yeah. No, 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 I'm good. I just locked my room, and that's why I just ate before, because Maybe if you are stuck somewhere and you won't be able to go outside, so you should be full
Yeah.
first. So I just went there. I closed my door, checked all curtains and all that. What Just checked all the room, and it was so chilly that you don't feel like going outside, and even that 3 kilometer walk. No ways.
Yeah.
What we will see? We will see in the morning now. So that was the scariest moment. I just take a bath and I just slept. I read my book and thinking about the moment that why I come. matlab, but but these are the moments when you may feel that yes, you do blind trust, because sometimes you have to do. You have no choice, and
Yeah.
because you cannot say that person is wrong and that person is right. If he is saying there is a homestay, how I can say no, there is no homestay and you are lying? Even I chose him, so I cannot do that, because there is equal amount of honest and dishonest people. So these are the things which made me believe that no, there are the good people, and if you are good, you will find good people. I don't know, means
Yeah.
that comes in my way always, that because I had experience with so many this kind of, that when you solo travel you have to talk to so many people,
Yeah.
and
You
you have
know,
to ask directions and also.
and, and being that open, you're traveling by yourself, like I say, or like you say, sorry. You know, have you ever been scammed at all when traveling?
I ever been?
Scammed?
No. So
No.
it's like I'm very basic budget traveler, and I do, like when I travel solo, I do so means somewhat, up to some extent I do this planning, and
Hmm.
also I am like a bargaining expert. So every time when the things, at least I understand the budget, that and also I means I got this habit of cross checking. So I means learn this from experiences. If if you even if you are asking for the direction, always ask from minimum two people. Minimum two people. So even somebody told you the wrong direction or something like that, even
Yeah.
if he missed that, so but second one will not be the same. Two people cannot be wrong. So that I
Yeah.
learned. Also, a bit of means for the solo girls travelers, I will always suggest that book your tickets in advance, and always book first day of your trip hotel, like when you land there, where you are going to stay. So first day you can book in advance, so one day you will get to know the things around, and then you will understand that it is a good place, or you should move, or you can stay here, or you can change your place. So you will get that time. So that kind of thing. But sometimes in travel happens that you are traveling here to there, and now it's you have to stay here. So that happens. So yeah, means as of now I didn't, yeah, scammed in way. Yeah, people sometimes overcharge you, that they do, but that is not kind of scam. These in traveling places they do that. But I also always ask them that why you are doing doing this. If it's 20 rupees per plate, then why you are selling at 40 rupees plus plate? They will start saying that we do this travel and bringing thing, and yeah, okay, so make it in 30. So neither yours nor mine. Let's make
Yeah.
it 30. That kind of thing. Make it and just go on.
And where's next for you? So right now you're on lockdown. You can't really go anywhere bar work. So where's next? Where's your next trip planned?
So actually, for this year, I already planned up to May. Up to May, I was already planned. It is written in my diary that for which month where I'm going to go. But this year, I started from like Amritsar, Punjab. Uh,
Hmm.
so that I did in February, and that I did in February. Yeah. So there was like lockdown started from March, so we don't go anywhere in March, April, and May. But yeah, so Meghalaya, Northeast, is in my bucket list for next travel. So maybe like in May, if things are suitable, things goes the way they should. So hopefully I will do my travel on May.
So where are you planned to go in May? Sorry, where's it you're planning on
Meghalaya.
going?
Meghalaya is in northeast. So Meghalaya is one of the place where it is the most rain place is there. uh, it's all natural. We have rooted bridge there. So in May actually there's my birthday, and from very long I'm planning the same on my birthday to going on Meghalaya. So maybe at the end of the May, if everything is good, so we can make it.
And do you think you'll ever stop travelling at all? Do you think once you've travelled around India, do you think you'll stop travelling, or do you think you'll start going to other countries?
No, why I will stop traveling? I will do more and more. I will explore every country, and but one by one. So every year, if I plan to cover at least two countries, so one day everything will be covered. And now I'm doing my job and taking time. Who knows the future? And maybe I will be a full time traveler, and I get to see so many places at once.
So that's the dream, full time travel.
Yes.
Um, so the next part is kind of like a question from my little girl. Do you ever get lonely when traveling?
So I didn't get this. Like I do solo travel, so I went lonely. Yeah.
Yeah, but do you ever get lonely when you're traveling? Do you ever
Oh,
feel
okay.
lonely?
Okay, so it's like I am married and I stay here with my husband. So when you go to some romantic place solo, so obviously you are going to miss him. But but it's like I will not say lonely because that's the thing which you are looking for. You want to do this solo. That's why you are here. And yeah, it is possible that you have in a long journey, and it comes in a moment that you feel lonely, or you are in a place like where all everyone is surrounded by some people, or no one is solo. So that kind, which we don't have, we looking for that. So in that case, we can start observing those people who are having fun with their friends and with their
Yeah.
partners. So that time, yeah, you can feel somewhat lonely, that some things can go good with a partner or with groups. Some activities or some adventure, you can say, for example, trekking trip. You are just going solo and solo, and that might you feel bored. But if you are going in a group in a tracking, and everyone is understanding and talking and chilling together, so 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 if you are traveling solo, I will suggest you to select place which is meant for solo. And
Okay.
when you are doing any this kind of activity, you should go with a group.
Perfect. So the next part is my favourite part.
Hmm.
Story time. All right. So I know you said that you'd listened to Rutaraj, my last guest, who coincidentally was also from India. Um, you said you'd listened to his episode there, but I'm sure you'd have listened to his story as well. I think he spoke about Jordan. So why don't you now take us on a story, or on a journey, sorry, and tell us about one place in particular, start to finish, that you want to share with everyone, that you think should that everyone should visit.
Yeah. So yeah, if you will say everyone should visit, so we have this like boom in India, and very interest for this. So I am going to take you. It was my first solo trip, and it was one of the most beautiful place in India, and most of the people explored it, and there is so much hype about this place, because we are used to say that if you don't went to that place, you are not traveling anywhere. When some people keep saying that I went this place and went that place and this place. So we used to ask that you went there, and if he said no, we start making fun of him or her. So the place is Goa, and we have super hype of it. that because the place is full of somewhat modernization. There is a beach comes with beer and also bikini. So this is a great combination for some people, and for parents it's a worst combination. So they never allow us, like mostly to girls, even for boys they don't allow us to visit Goa. And until and unless you start earning from yourself or you are lying at your home, you cannot go Goa. So Goa is one of the place in India which everyone should visit. Goa is full of beaches. I guess there is a 50 plus beaches, and every beach has their own story. So this was my first solo trip, and this is also started with something like that, that we group of friends make a plan, and we are four girls and two boys. So boys get the permission, but the girls didn't, and I asked their parents to give them a permission, and everything which I used to say, to just making stories behind that we will not do this, we will not do this, we will just explore, and we will not hang around, or we will not stay late night kind of stuff. But that didn't work, and no parents allowed their daughters to go to Goa except me. So this was the way I thought that why I am investing so much time here, and I should not say investing, I should say wasting my time here. Why I don't go solo Goa? So that was the first time I started my traveling solo, and I chosen Goa. So I just booked my ticket. I didn't tell anyone, because that is the funda behind traveling. That if you start share your planning that you are going somewhere, it may be ruined. So I didn't tell anyone except my family, and that even in my family to my brother only. So less talk around that why she's going and all. So I just told my brother, and I booked my tickets, and I I went from train. So from Pune, Goa was around 5 kilometers. It's an overnight journey. The train started at 4, and the morning. In the morning, it reaches around 6:30. So I that time I was like used to do trips, but not very solo. But yeah, train trips I did solo so many times, so it was not scaring me, but the scared part was the next morning what I'm supposed to do. So I already booked a hotel, and that I told you under the solo tips. So I booked the hotel in South Goa. So Goa is divided into two parts, North Goa and South Goa, and South Goa having is known for pristine beaches, for peace, while the North Goa is a party place. So so that was the thing. So I reached around 6:30 in the morning. I had my budget, and so I start looking around that how I can reach to my hotel. It was around 7 kilometers from the station, but I can see that there is so much like taxi there was charging too much. So I just went around, and I have seen that there is a bike ride also available. Well, I was solo, so I thought, why not? Why don't I should take this adventure also, as I come solo. So that will be like good and cheap also. So I get to get on a bike, and it was very very good experience, because the Goa was so beautiful, so green, and in the morning it's around 6:30, and I was hopping into a bike, going with a driver, and understanding the things, seeing the things, also looking at the ways, and it was very good. So I reached to my hotel, and when I reached to my hotel, the host welcomed me, and keep asking me question about why you come solo and this. That was my first solo trip, and I was not used to answer these all questions. But means that time I was very excited that he is asking, and I was proudly answering. But nowadays, like when I go to solo and people start this question, so I was like, cut it off. So these happens. But yeah, so that time I just told him that yeah, my friends was going and they cancel the plan, but this that happened. So I started packing myself and traveling solo. So because I already planned everything like dresses for each day, I did too much online shopping because was like first time Goa. So you have to be prepared like that, glasses and everything which you can make it to swag. So I did all that. So I answered all the questions. So the best part about that hotel was there was a bicycle, and I was dying to go to the beach. So I asked him if there is a nearby beach and if I can use his bicycle. So he said yes, because once I will reach there, I was not able to think anything, just beaches. So I just want to go there first because I came there for beaches. I just don't want to talk, don't want to eat, just want to see the beach first. So I guess that was the first beach of my life. First beach in the sense that that much beautiful or that much clean beach, I will say. So that is actual beach where you know around shades are there, and music is there, and so many shades are there. So I reached there, and the beach name is Betal Batim. So Betal Batim is around, I guess, 1.5 kilometers from my hotel, and I cycled. So that part was also very good because I can able to see the people, and it was like around the Christmas time, so everyone was decorating their homes, and the homes in Goa are very old and like a fort, and you can see very so many churches around, so many peoples are decorating their houses, music was on, and the vibes are very good. You means there was no fear of solo trip or something was going in my mind. All I want to go to the beach. So I guess in my 1.5 kilometer of journey, I asked 10 people to the where is Betal Batim beach, where is Betal Batim beach, and so I get to that place, and uh, I just leave my cycle there and run. And when I saw that beach, it was so beautiful. That was the first beach I have seen, and it was still in my memory, in my mind, in my eyes. That even it's been years, but I will not say that I have seen beautiful beach other than that. Even I explore Goa now 3 to 4 times and went to so many beaches, but no beach like that. So Betal Batim beach is so beautiful beach. I went there, and I spent some time like 3 to 4 hours while the sun was on, and I have to leave. They have to leave. So I had my breakfast there, and I just walking on the beach. I just listening to the waves. All I just imagined like what I want to do. So there was no almost no crowd was there, and if any crowd there was a foreigners people. So it was so good, no disturbance, nothing, only waves and only you looking at the beach. So that was the first experience was so good. The first day was of my solo trip, and the first experience was so good that made me explore more. That made me bring the confidence that yes, I will do more solo trips. So I decided that time, yes, yeah, I started doing it, and I will keep doing this, and that is happening. So that was the thing. Well, then yeah, I back to my hotel, and then there were so many beaches. So I start exploring. If you will be into a like a South Goa, so there is a North Goa also where there is a party space which also need to be explored, because there is so much hype about that places that people are having fun and people are having party all night and this and that. So yes, so I planned everything. I asked people that where we should go. So there is also one beach, a Kapde Rama beach. So we went there. I went there, and also one day I got companies of some other students sharing of North Goa. So they all were going to North Goa. So I get a sharing, and I went with them. So we just talked and communicated, and we become friends very easily because we all were like first time come to Goa, and we all were like yes, do this, do that, we will do this also, we will click this kind of pictures also, yeah wo. So yeah, we went there north with them, we went to the fort. That the Goda Fort is that the Goda Fort is very famous around the people because it's very hyped in Dil Chahta movie. Dil Chahta is one of the great movie in Indian cinema, and that is very hyped. From where this Goa hype is on, that everyone in your bachelor life should travel to Goa. That's why, if you are bachelor and you never been to Goa, you are you never travel nowhere kind of stuff. So that happens. So we went to that fort. We made the same pose that Amir Khan, Saif Ali Khan, and Akshay Kumar did, and feeling the same vibes, and taking all this. That was the day full of fun. I also get some people around. There was two Americans like NRIs in that group. They also talked to me about so many things. They also asked me about how traveling in India, and why you traveled, and everything around solo traveling, and relationships, and very so much advices, misconception, hypes, everything. So we talked so much about that. And so that group also had a photographer. That was a good part because that guy has a DSLR, and he clicked so many good pictures of me because he was very fond of doing this photography, and it seems like that he got a model that day. So even he was with my age, and he used to say that, yes, you just do some poses, and I will do like candid photography of you. You don't worry. I was like, yeah, very good. So I have more stuff than. So that happens, and that was also a very good day because I got company too. So sometimes, like in solo travel sometimes it happens that you start solo, but you get to know so many people. You make friend of some, you get to know some local people, and so that happens. So that was like, I guess, 4 to 5 days of trip of mine, and that was a Christmas time. So there was so much parties around, so much fun in the beaches.
Yeah.
Beaches are open 24 into 7, and so we had very good time. So that was my first solo trip, and I guess from that thing I decided that solo is the best option, and you should always go solo.
Well,
So
thank
that
you very
was
much for
it.
taking us on that trip.
Yeah.
So, moving on slightly there. So, I've got a couple of questions here that have come from. I've got two questions from Instagram. So, I've got one from our show's sponsor
Okay.
of this episode, anyway, Bizarre Spice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, they've asked, what is your favourite spice?
Mm, spice.
Yeah.
uh, I guess chaat masala.
Okay. And the next one we've got here is from Travel Bloomers, who send in quite a lot of questions.
Mm-hmm.
If you could swim with sharks, if you could swim with dolphins or go diving with sharks, what would you pick?
I guess to be safe side, I will go with swimming with dolphins.
Okay.
So I
Um,
will get chance in near future to go with shark also.
so what we'll do now is we'll move on to the final part of the podcast, which is quick
Okay.
fire questions. Okay. So I'm going to go through some questions with you, and you just give us the first answer that comes to your mind. Okay.
Okay.
We'll need to start changing these up because people listening will be able to tell us. So we need to. I think this is the last episode where we'll do these questions. I think we'll change them up from next week. Um,
Okay.
so, Angela, your hometown.
So my hometown is Jhansi, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay. And when you're traveling, what is your travel essential? What can you not travel without?
Uh, I guess phone charger.
And what's your favourite food?
So I love to have pani puri. Pani
What was
puri
that?
is also called as water balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've not seen them before. You can send me a picture of them. Your favourite country that you've
India.
okay, I'll give you that one. The best way to relax when you're travelling.
Go to some peace place and isolated place and just enjoying the view.
Okay. Who's your favourite artist and what's your favourite song?
So my favorite artist while traveling, I listen to Pratik Kuhad.
And you got a favourite song?
So my favorite song is Tum Jab Paas Aati Ho.
So you need to send me the links for that because I've not heard them.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
All right. Uh, what's your favourite drink?
So I love beer.
Any particular kind?
No, all
No.
beers are same. I have no discrimination for them.
Your favourite movie?
So I have favorite movies Tamasha.
Okay. And your favourite TV show or season?
Okay, so for now I will say Money Heist.
And can you speak any other languages at all?
So I can speak Hindi, I can speak English, I can understand so many languages like Gujarati, Marathi, Punjabi. Uh, yeah.
Perfect. So that's everything really that I've got to go over with you today. That's all my questions. That's all the questions from the guys. Well, not all the questions from everyone. But yeah, a couple of questions from Instagram and things like that as well. So I guess, Angela, I just want to thank you for coming on the
Mhm.
podcast.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everyone, about your social media outlets, what you've got, where they can get you, what your handles are, just to remind them all just before we wrap up.
Yes, sure. So I am very I am everywhere, but I am very active on Instagram. My social handle is Ghumakadbandi, GHUMAKKAD_BANDI, and it's Ghumakadbandi. And I have YouTube channel. I start blogging and I like start sharing tips and budget traveling about the same. So I have YouTube channel named as Anjali Indurkhya, and also you can search with Ghumakkad Bandi, you will find the account. And apart from that, I have my blogging site, that is ghumakkadbandi.com, in which I drafted all my journeys. So you will get my this solo trip to Goa also there, and you can also will read it and you will get to know the things how it started and how it went. And apart from them, I also write answers in Quora to help other bloggers, to help other travelers if they ask any questions or query. Also, so many people DM me to ask query and questions, so I reply to that. I have good reviews on Google about the places and on TripAdvisor. So I also have Facebook page. So Facebook page is also as a Gumakkad Bandi. So everywhere.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So what to do is, once we've wrapped this up, you send me over all the links, and I'll put them all in the comments for everyone below. So
Hmm.
if you want to check out any Angela's any our content, then you can have a look there, and you'll find that all our links to our YouTube channels or blogs or Instagram, things like that as well. Also, while you're there, please remember to subscribe to the Static Traveller podcast, whatever platform it is that you're listening. We're available on all major podcast platforms, as well as YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram and give us a wee like on Facebook. And if you want to feature on the Static Traveller, you can get in touch by sending me a direct message to either the Facebook or Instagram accounts. But no, again, Angela, thank you very much for coming on today. It's been a pleasure speaking to yourself, and you've also been my first female guest on the podcast, which is a pleasure. So until the next time, you keep travelling, and I'll stay static.